All right, what is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. I'm going to be doing a little bit of what I did in prior years, kind of react to mock drafts. I would usually react to full mock drafts with all the teams, but in this case, I'm going to be reacting to Matt Miller's New York Giants mock draft, 7-round mock draft. He came out with an entire mock draft with all 7 rounds, but we're just going to be focusing on the New York Giants. I have not reacted to it yet, but everybody's talking about it with their respective teams, so I feel like I might as well do the same thing with the Giants. And while we're at it, we'll probably look at Chad Reuter's 4-round mock draft that he does like every year. They get kind of wonky, so I'm going to see how that goes since we're doing this one. I don't want to make 2 separate videos of doing it. I'll just do it all in one video. So let's start off with Matt Miller's mock draft. I believe he is ESPN slash, I don't know if he's like with some other draft network or something like that. I follow him on Instagram. I didn't even know he was with ESPN until recently. But I enjoy his content that I see. So we'll see what happens and how this mock draft goes, but I am excited. All right, so let's start off with the first pick, and it's going to be Malik Neighbors. So I don't know if there's any trades in here. I don't know if he did any trades in his 7-round mock draft. Maybe he did. I would think that is so hard to predict, so hard to do. He probably just went full, I don't know, because I think it's so obvious that Minnesota is going to do something. And so if he didn't do a Minnesota trade, it just feels weird. I don't know. We know Minnesota is going to do something. I'm 99% sure Minnesota is going to trade up into the draft. But the Giants get Malik Neighbors. Let's see what he says here. I mean, Malik Neighbors has killed it at his pro day. He ran like a 4.35 on somebody's. Of course, it's not really going to matter, but you kind of just take it with a grain of salt and, take it how you want to take it. The GMs and coaches will. But I don't think he ran a 40-yard dash at the combine. I believe he was waiting for the pro day to do that. 4.35 is insane. He's got great speed. A lot of people think that he's just a shorter route guy, that he's good run after the catch. Now he can be a blazer, man. He can stretch the field. He can do it all, man. I don't think he's exactly Odell Beckham Jr. I wouldn't say that. But Odell had such good ability to grab the ball, have a short little slant and just take it to the house. Not just like a straight take it to the house, but kind of make guys miss along the way. Malik Neighbors is probably better at doing that and probably a little bit tougher. I know they're right around the same exact measurables. He's 6 foot 200. Odell was 5'11", 197 or something like that. They are very close to each other, but I don't know. I feel like Malik plays a little bit big. I think his frame just looks a little bit bigger than an Odell was. Maybe I'm just bugging out, but I do equate his sort of style of play to Odell. Obviously, Odell had way better hands and way better catch radius with the crazy catches, but you can kind of, if you imagine how Odell was, Malik Neighbors is kind of like that with better kind of rack ability. Understandably so, Neighbors is a popular pick for the Giants in these mock drafts. He is widely considered as the second best receiver. Number 1 target. Right away, Neighbors can be that go-to target able. All right, so he doesn't really mention a quarterback here, and I'm not even looking at who's the next pick. I'm just reading the takeaway to see if there's a quarterback. Man, they should have separated this a lot better. I'm looking at it from Giants Wire because I don't have ESPN Plus, so the whole mock draft is on ESPN Plus. But the Giants draft Michael Penix, quarterback out of Washington. I don't think he falls to 47, to be honest with you. He can't go past Oakland's 2nd-round pick. He can't go past that, and even so, I think it's going to be a race to Michael Penix with a trade between the Giants and Raiders. I don't see any other team possibly trading up. Maybe if the Broncos don't get a quarterback in the 1st round, which would be stupid. But I really see. Did I say Oakland? Vegas. I still call them Oakland Raiders, man. The Vegas Raiders. It's going to be a battle between Vegas and the Giants in the 2nd round. If both those teams don't get a quarterback, it's going to be a race between those teams to get Michael Penix, and a trade might be involved. I just don't see Michael Penix falling to 47, let alone falling to whatever pick the Raiders have. What is that? Is that like 42 or something like that? I don't know. Somewhere around that range, 42, 43. somewhere around that range. A couple picks before the Giants. I just don't see him falling to there. But this would be a great. I have the Giants in one of my mock drafts, my latest full 2-round mock draft. I had the Giants getting Malik Neighbors and then trading back into the first round and getting Michael Penix. I see that's the only way I see the Giants actually getting Michael Penix. But let's see what this third pick is. Maybe let's do a little reveal. Let's do a slow scroll here. 6-2-2-16. And listen, Michael Penix is QB4, okay, for me. And I think him and Jaden Daniels are very close to each other. I like Michael Penix a lot. I think if it wasn't for his injuries, and you guys, I want you guys to watch the film because I know you guys see Michael Penix on a lot of these mock drafts going in the late first, early second. I really think that's only because of his age and his injury history. He's 2 years removed from those injuries, and his age could be a factor, but there's a lot of guys coming out in these drafts 24 years old because of the COVID season. Now we're starting to get a little bit younger after these group of guys go. We'll be seeing younger prospects back to normal in these college drafts, but these NFL drafts. But I really think if it wasn't for those, he would be a top 15 pick. I really think Michael Penix is that type of prospect. His arm is insane. His timing is insane. I think he's a better version of Tua Tagovailoa. He's a better version of Tua, and Tua is okay, but I think he's better than Tua, to be honest. PFF ranked 46. I think that's a little rich. I mean, a little too not rich. But yeah, family, friend, commitment. Yeah, I mean, I just see. Oh wow, third round, man. This is the dream. This is why I like Matt Miller, man. This is why I like Matt Miller. Listen, a lot of people, and I mean almost everybody, including myself, had the Giants getting Christian Haynes. He's almost like a surefire pick for the Giants, but everybody keeps having him taken at the third round. They're probably using these mock draft simulators. Christian Haynes is not lasting that long. I mean, the market and the scarcity for guard is extremely high in the second or third rounds. I mean, like, you have Christian Haynes, Cooper Beebe, Christian Mahogany. Like, it's there's not a lot of guards to choose from, and with Christian Haynes and his talent level, I guarantee you he's probably gonna be taken in the early to mid, not early, probably mid second round. He probably will be available where the Giants pick. So the Giants can kind of weigh out their things to see if they want to fill that last guard spot immediately or if they want to adjust another position. In my latest mock draft, I didn't have the Giants getting a guard. I had them rolling with Josh Zudu or whoever else is going to play there. They could. I would not care if the Giants went Christian Haynes in the second round. I don't believe this is like a dream scenario for the Giants. I just don't think it's going to happen. These exact three people, these exact three quarterbacks are my dream. Exact three prospects are my dream scenario for the Giants, and I wish it could happen. I don't see it happening, however. So let's go on to the next pick. All right, so fourth round, 107th overall. I really want to do like a nice reveal with these things, but it keeps coming so quick. So, Marshawn Lloyd, the running back at a USC. I haven't done as much work on running backs as I probably should have been doing because obviously not having Saquon Barkley. Marshawn Lloyd has been mocked to the Giants a lot. I don't have a problem with this at all. As far as where he'll rank, I haven't done too much. I've seen Marshawn Lloyd. I haven't done too much work on it to really determine if he would be a guy taken there or not. But this would be a good pick. This would be an absolutely good pick. I really like Isaac Guerendo. But listen, to each their own. If they like Marshawn Lloyd over Isaac Guerendo or whoever running back is going to be there, it's really rich. You have those top three guys, right? Where you have Jonathan Brooks, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson in like that third round range. And then the fourth round is really where you get the majority of value in that running back position. So whatever running back you choose, I'm probably going to be okay with it. It's running back by committee anyway, is how I see the Giants going about the running game this year. So listen, I'm all for it. So 5'9", 220 is a little on the smaller side. Actually, didn't know he was that small. I don't know. We already have Devin Singletary, who's 5'7", 206. So I don't know. Would this just be a little bit a bigger version of Devin Singletary? I don't know. Let's see. Who's the next pick? Tyler Davis out of Clemson. Listen, this is a fine pick. I just don't think. I honestly, this is a hot take. I think the Giants need to address interior defensive line a lot earlier. I'm talking second, third round. As I have the Giants taking Chris Jenkins in my latest mock draft. If you look at the depth for the interior defensive line, it is not good. You have Dexter Lawrence, obviously, great foundation, as I mentioned in the video. But after that, Nacho is rotational at best, probably not starter level. And then you have those project defensive tackles who has shown some flashes in prior years, but dealt with some injuries. And DJ Davidson. Jordan Riley has been like a healthy scratch the majority of the year. Even though I like him, is he starter level? Is he a guy to keep bringing consistently? No. It was very apparent that when Dexter Lawrence and Leo Williams, when in his time here, when those two weren't on the field, it was bad for the run game. Against the run, we couldn't stop the run at all. And I just don't feel comfortable going into the season without having a really good option next to Dexter Lawrence. I don't know if Tyler Davis is a guy to like come in and try to compete for a starting job. I just don't see that. And I don't see him beating Nacho. I want somebody that's going to beat Nacho, for that starting spot or like share snaps with him. I don't think Tyler Davis is the guy. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate the addressing of interior defensive line. There's a lot of people that make these mock drafts that don't address interior defensive line because they forget it's a need, because there is Dexter Lawrence who's on there, but it is a need, guys. It is a need. And I think it's a need of a starter next to Dexter Lawrence. All right, so second, the 6th round pick, and this is our last pick too, Willie Drew. I admit I have no clue who this guy is. I admit that. However, this is another thing where the Giants need to address cornerback at least in the first 4 rounds and interior defensive line at least in the first 4 rounds. Everybody keeps talking about, obviously, quarterback. I really think we need to address that too. It's very niche. It's a very specific way we have to address it. And I'm not trying to act like some know-it-all, but I'm really telling you guys, there's a big hole at cornerback, there's a big hole at interior defensive line, and we have to get a quarterback. Okay, those are the 3 main positions, not even wide receiver. Okay, wide receiver is a luxury right now. Our wide receivers are fine. I really think our wide receivers are okay. Could we benefit from getting a wide receiver? Yes, and in every single one of my mock drafts, I have the Giants addressing wide receiver early in the first 4 rounds. But at least in the first 4 rounds, you've got to address those 3 positions at least. And that is cornerback, quarterback, and interior defensive line. And the Giants don't have a number 2 corner right now. I don't think Willie Drew is going to be competing for number 2 corner unless you're going to have Willie Drew and Trey Hawkins and Nick McLeod competing for that number 2 spot. I just don't see it. I'll be honest, I appreciate him addressing pretty much all the needs that the Giants have. I appreciate this. I just don't like the order. I'm okay with these 2, right? Malik Neighbors, Michael Penix, if we can get him, right? Christian Haynes, however, first of all, I don't think he's going to be there. So if we're going in the 3rd round, we should probably address cornerback, right? Probably address cornerback. 4th round, man, it's just so hard. It's just so hard. You probably, if you have Malik Neighbors and you get Michael Penix, dream scenario, you're probably going to have to skip out on Christian Haynes and get a corner. You have to. You have to address it. I don't feel comfortable with Nick McLeod or Trey Hawkins at cornerback. I know Trey Hawkins was like a really good story last year. I just don't like it this year. So you go corner here. You can either go running back to add to that running back by committee, or go defensive interior and then address running back in the 5th round. Because like I said, in the 5th round, you're gonna have a running back by committee guy anyway. So it's not like you're drafting a guy to start. And running back in the 5th round, like late rounds, day 3, has proven to be like good. Has proven to be somewhat beneficial. All right, so this is Chad Ruger's 4-round mock draft on NFL.com. He does this every year, and they're kind of wonky. I've never really been a fan. This is round 4. Let's go to round 1. It doesn't go by team, so I'm gonna have to look for the Giants. I know the picks anyway. Obviously, we all do. All right, so Caleb, Jaden. I just want to make sure there's nothing wonky. Okay, so he projects the Vikings going here. Makes sense. Marvin Harrison Jr. They don't. They trade with the Cardinals. Interesting. Okay. Malik Neighbors. The Giants don't trade back into, again, that's the same as Matt Miller, so let's keep going. The Giants trade up into the first round. I just want to make sure we cover all our bases here. There's a lot of trades. Holy crap. All right. Will it take me to the beginning, or do I have to scroll back up? Oh, good. Raiders trade up for, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys. Raiders trade for Michael Penix. I don't want to get copyright. For Michael Penix, it is going to be a race for Michael Penix. For the Giants and the Raiders, it's going to be a race, and I think it's going to end up in a trade if he's still there. So, all right, Michael Penix, they trade all the way up to the 33rd pick, and they draft Michael Penix. All right. Dude, they are trying to get me in trouble. All right. Let's see. Cooper Beebe goes really high. Braden Fisk. I don't want to go over these picks too much, but Blake Corum. Whoa, talk about drinking the Kool-Aid. Listen, I love Blake Corum. I love watching him. I loved watching him at Michigan, man. That man is a baller. That man puts the team on his back, man. For real. But that is crazy. That is crazy. Running back in the second round, I'll be honest, was probably the last position I thought the Giants were going to go. I told you these things could be wonky. First of all, I don't see the Giants addressing running back in the second round. And second of all, I don't see Blake Corum going in the second round. So, that's nothing against him as a player. It's just positional value. I mean, the running backs have been tanking the positional value lately. So, all right. So let's move on. Barring any Giants trade here, let's move on to the third round. So far we have Malik Neighbors and Blake Corum. So we are surrounding talent around Daniel Jones. So no running back. No quarterback taken. Kamari Lassiter. Like I said, I don't want to react to the whole entire mock draft, but Kamari Lassiter falling to the third round is nuts. Trey Benson off the board. Wait, Blake Corum went before Trey Benson. Tyler Nubin. I don't see him falling this far. I have him as a borderline first rounder. But if the Giants can get Tyler Nubin in the third round, I would not be crying about it. Safety is not really a position I really care about too much. I'll be honest with you. I don't care about it that much. Especially if we run these cover 3s. Cover 3 system. You know, we have Jason Pinnock over there. You know, I don't care who we draft. I think Pinnock will probably be the free safety right now. And then, you'll be, Dane Belton is fine as a box safety. Tyler Nubin can play all around. He's better closer to the line of scrimmage. But, it's good value. Yeah. I don't mind this. I don't mind that pick. That pick I don't mind, but like I said, I want to make sure we cover. This man has Chris Jenkins falling to 86, and he doesn't have the Giants picking him up? You're nuts. You're nuts. I don't want to. I don't. Nope. The devil's a liar. The devil's a liar. We're not reacting to the whole mock draft. KB, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Jonah Ellis falling very far. Okay, we're not doing that. Chris Abrams draft. Okay, so listen. I can't complain about this pick. in particular because I have the Giants are addressing major position needs in the first 4 rounds. I don't mind this. He can compete for a starting job. I don't know too much about this particular cornerback. I'm not going to act like I know every single prospect that shows up. 5'11", 179. 5'11", 179. 4'4", 40. All right, I try to look for this cornerback on a big board that from a YouTuber, Broshmo. If you guys don't know who Broshmo is, bro, look him up. I'm sure you guys, if you guys know what mock drafts are, you guys know who Broshmo is. He made his own mock draft guide, or not mock draft guide, draft guide. And I check that out frequently and even made my own to kind of give my own opinions on things. But, man, he doesn't even show up on there. So I don't know who this goober is. But that is it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about those 2 mock drafts? Matt Miller's was probably a lot better than Chad Reuter's. I did not enjoy the Blake Corum pick at 2. And it seems like the Giants are going full Daniel Jones train this year. No quarterback taken in the first 4 rounds. So it seems like Chad Reuter has the Giants sticking with DJ for at least another year, which, I mean, I just don't see it happening. I really don't, compared to what, judging by everything that we've been seeing in these past couple of days with John Mara and all these other rumors and stuff like that, and just different things going on. I really think the Giants are taking a quarterback in the first 2 rounds at least. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.